Well, good afternoon. Welcome to your yoga, power, and core class. My name is Alesha and I'll be the guide for the class, but just know that your body is your teacher. So if I offer you something you really feel isn't working for you, then change it up. I'll invite you to arrive in either reclined butterfly on your back or constructive rest if that feels better for you right now. So reclined butterfly, soles of feet are together, knees wide. And you might have a block handy or two to support your knees if you feel it's a big stretch to start in. Constructive rest is a stretch in the other direction where you bring your feet wider than your hips on your mat and knees drop inward. So just take a few moments to connect with the body and the breath. You might even close your eyes for a few moments and soften through the face. And one of the main functions of the core is to help us move around and breathe. So you might notice the breath moving through the torso. As you inhale, a little puff of the belly, puff through the side ribs and back. And as you exhale, softening and relaxing of the ribs, drawing back in. And then see if you could follow just 3 more breaths here. And then one more fill up and a long empty. If your knees are wide, you could bring your hands to the outer thighs and press your knees back up. And if you're in constructive rest, heel toe your feet in. And then from here, we'll wake up through the hips a little bit. So arms could be out to the sides to a T and come into a windshield wiper, allowing your knees to drift towards your right side and your left side. Just a little swish from side to side a few times. And you can move with breath. So one way could be a breath in and one way a breath out. Just one more each way. And then come back to center, land your feet down. And we'll get ready for some bridge lifts. So I like to do them with a block. So if you have a block, you could bring it on the kind of the skinny level between the thighs and squeeze the block inward. Have your heels just about under your knees or so and arms down by your sides. So from here, with your gaze towards the ceiling, press into your feet and inhale, lift your hips up. Still squeezing the block and staying for the breath out. Now, if this feels pretty good here, you could remain here, squeezing the block and lifting the hips. Maybe you stretch out the wrists. So bringing your right palm towards the ceiling as if you're holding a tray. And then bringing your left fingers on top of the right fingers, just a little stretch through the wrist. So pulling back towards your face just ever so slightly, pressing the right palm up towards the sky, still squeezing the block, still keeping your legs pressing and active. And your upper shoulder blades might be a little bit closer towards the floor for this one. See if you can notice another breath. And then this time, press your left palm towards the sky, fingers flex back behind you, and then see if you could clasp onto your left fingers with your opposite hand. So it's like you're holding a tray and your other hand's on top, stretching through the palms, the fingers, still keeping awake through both feet, pressing down, squeezing the block, and breathing. So waking up the core right away. Glutes are part of the core. One more breath. And then when you're ready, you can let that go. Bring your arms down and slowly lower your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, and then finally your hips back down. You can take a breath here. And let it go out. Now you could stay with the lift with the block if that feels more balanced to you and it feels better in your body. Otherwise, you could take the block off to the side and we'll come into some single leg bridges. So bring your right ankle over your opposite knee and allow your right knee to drift out to the side a bit. Arms could be down by the sides. Ground into your left foot, gaze up, press down into your left foot and lift your hips up. And if you feel like you're tilting a little bit to one side, you could take your hands to the low belly or the front hip points and notice which side is dipping down and see if you can lift it up a little bit, keeping it in line. And then staying for another breath in and exhale, lower back down. We'll try that again. Left foot presses, inhale, rise, maybe go a little faster. And exhale, soften back down, pelvis lands. Press into left foot, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Again, left foot presses, inhale, rise. And exhale, back down. Just one more. Left foot presses, hips lift. And exhale, back down. If you have your right foot, unhook it, land it down, switch sides. Left ankle on top. And bend in the knee. Let it drift out to the side a bit. And if you feel like the knee out to the side a lot is tilting the pelvis, you could bring it facing a little more towards your torso. Toes awake on the left. Press into your right foot. Inhale, lift your hips up. And again, if you're not sure where your pelvis is, you could take your hands to the front hip points and see where you have landed. Maybe bringing them towards center. Just another breath in. And then exhale, lower back down. Go a little faster this time. Inhale, lift up. Hips level as much as you can. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Right foot presses. And exhale back down. Just a couple more. Right foot presses. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, right foot grounds down. Inhale, hips rise. And exhale, come back down. Unhook the leg. Both feet land down. So this time we'll come into a bit of a crunch. I don't really like the name, but you know. Hands come behind the head and see if you could point your elbows up towards the sky and your upper arm bones are kind of hugging in towards your head. And then see what happens if you use your arms to lift your head just a few inches off the floor. So we're keeping the neck soft, but you might start to feel the arms and the belly wake up a little bit. And then on your next breath out, see if you could lift your upper back off the floor, your shoulder blades off the floor, but you're keeping the neck relaxed and your arms are supporting your head. Just notice another breath. And then exhale, lower down. See if you could stay for a breath. And then again, hugging the arms towards the ears, lifting the head up, relaxing the neck, and then lift your shoulder blades off the floor on your breath out. Staying for a couple of breaths. Starting to feel a little bit active in the belly. And then soften back down towards the ground. Do that one more time. Notice the breath in. Exhale, lift head, shoulder blades off the floor. Still keeping the pelvis grounding down, belly awake. Just another breath. And exhale, come back down. So from here, we'll come into some funky bikes. So bring your block between your thighs and squeeze the block in again. Bring your knees bent and shins towards the sky. And then bring your hands behind your head like we just did, and then lift your head up off the floor. See if you could lift your upper back now and kick your left foot towards the sky and knock your right knee in towards the opposite leg. So the knee is kicking out towards the side, or the foot rather is kicking out towards the right side, knee turns in. So you're turning from the hip inward on the right. And if you feel pretty good here, stay. Maybe you reach your right arm across the left thigh, outer left thigh. Just a breath. And then as you exhale, come back down. Maybe you take your hands to your kneecaps for a moment. So we're getting into the deeper muscles in the belly and obliques. Again, see if you can bend your knees, shins towards sky, hands behind head, just a breath in. Exhale to lift. This time, right foot kicks up to the sky. Knock your left knee in, left foot out to the side, and maybe you take your left hand across the right thigh for a funky bike. Just notice the breath. Shoulder blades lift. And when you're ready, both hands behind the head and lower back down. We'll do that one more each side. They're pretty potent. All right, knees bend, hands behind head, lift the head, neck relaxed. Kicking the left foot up to the sky, knock the right knee in, and right arm over the outer left thigh, squeezing, lifting the right shoulder blade just a little more. And then when you're ready, both hands behind, lower back down. Notice the breath. You could hold on to your kneecaps if you like. Last one. Hands behind head. Notice the breath in. Knees bend, shins to sky. Exhale, lift. This time, kick up your right foot, knock the left knee in. Maybe left arm across the body, hand on the outer thigh, palm outward. Squeezing the block, just a breath. And then exhale, come back to center. Everything lands, take out the block, and roll over to your side. So right away, we feel that tapas, the heat in the body. Doesn't look like much is going on, but it is. And then when you're ready, press up to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And on your next inhale, come into cow. Let your hips lift up, your belly sway low, and your heart reach forward. It might feel good after that abdominal work. And then as you exhale, tuck your hips under, around your spine, come into cat. Inhale, belly sways, heart reaches. And exhale, curl under. Just one more each way. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Come back to center. And then see if you can keep your neck long. Bird dog, inhale, kick your right foot back, opposite hand might rise out. And as you exhale, knee towards nose or elbow, pressing into your bottom hand, bottom knee. Inhale, kick out, reach out. Exhale, curl under. One more time. Inhale, reach, kick. Exhale, round, belly firm. Tabletop, land down. Switch sides. Inhale, kick your left foot back. Opposite hand could rise. Exhale, knee towards nose or elbow curling under. Inhale, kick out, reach. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Tabletop. Come on down. This time, land your left hip down and face the right side. Knees are stacked and you're on your forearm. So forearm could be parallel with the short edge of your mat. If you like maybe a little challenge and it feels okay on your shoulder, then fingertips towards the front. Top hand could be to hip. And when you're ready, press into your bottom leg, lift your hips up for a version of side plank. And as you exhale, lower back down. So sometimes it's actually a little harder on the outer glutes to have the knees down. So you could try that out. Press into your bottom leg, unless you have knee pain, and of course, do your regular plank, and then come back down. 3 more times, lift, and lower, lift, and lower. Still breathing, just one more. Press down into the bottom arm, bottom leg, lift, and lower, then switch sides. So elbow under shoulder, forearm could be parallel, top hand could be at hip, knees bent. Press into your foundation, inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. You might start to feel the side of your belly wake up, lift, and lower. Last one, lift, and lower. Make your way over to your tabletop again. Bring your hands a little bit more forward. Toes tuck under, deep breath in. Downward facing dog. Press into the floor, lift your hips up high. Just 3 breaths here. Stable in the hands. And long through the spine. Following one more breath in. Let it all go out, knees bend, look forward, make your way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach high. Exhale, hands float down, mountain. Inhale, reach up, sun A. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, half lift. Exhale, fold, hands plant plank. Lower with control towards the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Press the floor away, 3 breaths. Breathing in. And breathing out. Strong in the arms. Long through the spine as you inhale. One more breath in. Full exhale, knees bend, come up to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach high. Exhale, hands come down, mountain. Go a little faster. You're already ready. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold plank, lower with control. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Just a breath in. Full exhale, knees bend, look forward. Maybe you hop up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, hands plant plank. Lower with control. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Just a breath. Let it all go out. Knees bend, come up to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach high. Exhale, hands come down, mountain. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands plank, make your way back. Lower in one long line. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Legs are strong. Exhale, press into your hands, hips lift, just a breath in. Full breath out, belly pulls in and up, come up to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, hands float down, mountain. So we'll come into sun B. First time, just a straight sun B, one breath per movement, and then we'll get a little bit funkier with it. So inhale, chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, hands plant, plank, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands plant, plank. Step back, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one, second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge, hands plant, plank. Make your way down towards the ground. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Maybe shake out your head a little bit. Staying steady in your knuckles. Following just another breath in. Breathe it all out. Knees bend, look forward, come up to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Staying for the breath out. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. Notice the breath. And a long breath out. Inhale, come into your chair, flex at your hips, bend your knees, reach your arms forward or up. And see if you could follow just another breath in, getting a little longer through the torso. Exhale, chair twist, twisting to the right. Your left hand could be to knee, right hand to hip. Maybe come into a prayer. If you have the prayer and your left elbow is locked in the outer thigh, you could spread your wings out wide. Opening through the chest and steady through the feet. Noticing another breath in. Exhale, ragdoll, fold forward. You could simply allow your head to dangle down. Maybe you take a 2-piece finger bind around your big toes. Wherever you'd like to be for 3 breaths. Last breath in. And long breath out. Let go of the bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, chair. Staying for the breath out. Fill up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, ground through your feet. Last breath in. Chair twist second side. Again, you could bring your right hand on opposite knee or prayer hands, hooking the right elbow over, bending generously through the legs, through the hips and knees. And if you like, you could spread your wings out wide again. Breathing here, opening through the chest, through the left shoulder, and still remaining steady in the feet. Follow your last breath in. Exhale, ragdoll once again. You could come into your regular ragdoll, or maybe you come into a bind where you lift your toes up and slide your palms under. Knees could be soft, or maybe they start to straighten. Just 3 more breaths here. You might even shift the weight a little bit towards your wrists. Last breath in. And long, empty. You can lift up one set of toes, take your hand out. Other set of toes, take your hand out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, ground your hands down. Step back to your plank. And then lower towards the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Keep your legs strong. Exhale, down dog. Lift your hips up high. And we'll be here for a little more time. So about 5 breaths. Letting it move through your torso. Last breath in. And a long breath out. This time, 3-legged dog. Inhale, kick your right foot back. And see if you can open your right knee towards the sky. Keep your chest facing a little more towards the floor, but hip is open. One more inhale. And as you exhale, pull your right knee forward towards your nose, like a high plank. You can do this from table as well. Press into your hands again, kick back, reach back, knee opens, breath in. And then exhale, pelvis centered, pull your knee forward. So it's a way to work the psoas a little bit. Inhale, reach back, knee opens. Exhale, pull your right knee forward. This time, plant your right foot down, warrior 1. Inhale, rise up. We'll be here for 3 breaths, so a little longer. Full inhale. And a full exhale. One more breath in. And a long breath out. See if you could come into your warrior 3, back heel lifts. Now you could stay here in a high lunge, or maybe you shift your weight forward to your front foot, on weight the back leg. So it's kind of like bird dog on one foot. Your arms could be an airplane or reach forward. So we're really using the core here to keep us stable. Neck is long. Notice just another breath. And as you exhale, front knee bends, high crescent. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands plant, runner's lunge. Back knee could be up or down, your choice. Once you feel strong and stable here, you could come into a side or runner's lunge twist. So press into your left hand or hand on block. Open your belly to face the front thigh. You could reach your right arm up. Breathing, reaching through the back heel if it's lifted. If your knee's lifted, and opening through the chest. Just another breath in. Exhale, press into your left hand side plank. Left hand down. You could have your knee down or stack the feet, maybe even stagger. If you like, you could even lift your top leg up, pointing the toes towards the right. Sometimes the body doesn't like it. Notice another breath. And then as you exhale, look down towards the floor, both hands land, find your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Press the floor away, lift your hips up high. Staying for 5 breaths. Really feeling the support that your hands give you here. And seeing if you could keep the arms strong, the hips lift up and back. Just another breath in. And a long empty. 3-legged dog, second side. Inhale, kick your left foot back. Opening through the knee. And then see if you could pull your hips to center and your knee forward towards your nose in a high plank. Again, inhale, press back, left knee opens. Exhale, pull it forward towards your nose. Just one more time. Press into your hands, knee opens, breath in. Exhale, pull the knee forward, plant your left foot down rather. Warrior 1, second side. Inhale, rise. Staying for the breath out. Just 3 breaths. Open through the chest. Strong through the legs. One last breath in. And full empty. If you like, you could pop up onto your back toes. Stay here or come into your warrior 3. You could choose airplane arms or in a capital T. You could reach them forward if you like. Keeping the hips level, just like in that bridge earlier. Kicking the right foot back. And seeing if you could still breathe. Just a couple more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, front knee bends, back toes land. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Exhale, hands plant, runner's lunge. Your back knee could be up or down. Lengthening through the spine. Reaching the heel back if your knees lifted. One more breath in to lengthen. Exhale, runner's lunge, twist second side, press into your right hand, open the chest to the left, belly twist towards the left thigh. Just a couple more breaths here. Keeping open through the top shoulder. Staying awake through the legs. Last breath in. Exhale, press into your right hand side plank. Could swoop your leg back. Maybe you take a few steps back. Bottom knee could be down or up. If you like, maybe you lift your top leg up. Left toes point left. Feeling those little muscles kick in to keep you stable. Just another breath in. Exhale, look down towards the floor. Both hands plant, legs out behind, breath in. Exhale, lower towards the ground. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. You have a little bit of time to shake out your head, release through the neck. Reconnect with your breath. Reconnect to the ground. Follow just another breath in. And a full exhale, bend your knees, look forward, make your way up to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Hips sink back, arms reach forward. Coming into eagle. If you like, you could have a little support for your eagle today. Left ankle over, left arm under, toes could be on a block. Maybe come into a double bind if you like. So it's like chair, a fancy chair on one leg, fancy arms. Seeing if you could allow your shoulder blades to wrap around the ribs forward. length through your neck. As you squeeze your legs together, like you're squeezing an imaginary block, follow one more breath and let it go up. Inhale, unwind. You could change the block to the second side if you're using it. Inhale, chair, hips sink back, knees bend. Cross your right knee or ankle, right arm under. Come into a double bind if you like. Squeezing the legs in, keeping the spine long. Finding your drishti or your steady gaze. Just a couple more breaths. Last inhale. And a full breath out. Inhale, unwind, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, make your way back to plank where you'd like to stay for 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen through the heels if your knees are lifted. Exhale, pull the belly button in and up just a bit. Finding length through your neck as well as you inhale. Exhale, grounding into your hands. Last breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground with control. From here, we'll come into locust. Hands by your sides. Ground down to the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders, maybe your arms float off the mat. Staying for the breath out. Last inhale. And exhale, come back down to the ground. If you like, you could stay there. Maybe this time you lift your legs up as well. Inhale, lift your head, your shoulders, your hands, your feet. It's like you're flying in the air, grounding down to the hips and waking up through the back of the core. Whole back body awake. Still breathing. Last breath in. And exhale, come back down. So from here, you could bring your hands under your forehead to make kind of a sandwich. Bend your knees and bring your feet up to the sky. See if you can swish your feet from side to side for a reverse windshield wiper. One more each way. And then land your feet down. From here, bring your hands under your shoulders, press up to your table, and then make your way onto your back. So if you're skipping abdominal work today, well, I'm sorry. I was gonna say you could go into reclined butterfly, but honestly, you already did it, so. But if you're done, come into reclined butterfly or constructive rest. It's funny when we have those like sentences that we just keep in the back of our mind and they come out and you're like, what? Okay, if you wanna come into your eagle crunches, bring your right knee over opposite knee and chins up towards the sky. Right arm under for a hug or a double bind if you like. Notice the breath in. And as you exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the ground. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. We'll go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Unwind. Maybe you're going a little faster or slower than me. That's okay too. Uncross the legs, this time left knee over. Left arm under. Shins to the sky, knees bent, hips flexed, breath in. And then exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, shoulder blades lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, come on up. Inhale, lower, go for 5. And lower. 4. Come on down. 3, lift. 2. Last one. This time, land your right foot down, arms come out wide. You can make your way into a twist with this legs to the right, or maybe on cross. Knees come out to the right. If the floor is far away, you can always support your knees with a block. Just 3 breaths. One more inhale. And let it go out. Head comes back, legs uncross. Change the cross if you like. This time, knees to the left. Gaze could be in the opposite direction. 3 slow breaths. Last one. And out it goes. Head comes back, knees come back, and maybe you give yourself a little squeeze, knees towards chest for wind relieving posture. Maybe a little rock from side to side. And then eventually make your way into your final resting posture. So it could be Shavasana with your legs out long. And I'll dim the lights a little bit so they're not super bright. Letting your body soften now into the ground. Letting your breath relax. And I'll give you a few minutes where I'm not speaking just to integrate your day so far. And see if you can notice where your sense of support is beneath you, where the earth holds you. And then start to notice your breath. Eventually waking up a little bit through the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And maybe you rock your head a little from side to side. You can reach your arms up for one more stretch. And then eventually bend your knees and then roll over to your side. You could support your head if you like. Thank you for showing up to your practice today. Finding our inner strength and power. When you feel ready, use your top hand, come on up to a seat. You can bring your hands to heart center. I feel like you can bow, honoring thyself and thy neighbor. May this practice benefit all beings. Thanks for being here. Namaste.